One thing that sucks about not having a boat dock, you better have some waders, Jack. If not, you finna be wet. We're gonna go on this side. Got my waders right there. Slap them bad puppies on. Go park the vehicle. And we're gonna get on these fish. All right, just idling around. A 2D sonar. And with this 2D sonar, I'm not really looking for fish. I'm looking for the depth. Okay. When I am catching fish, I take note of what depth it is that I am catching those fish, and then I just try to repeat that process throughout the day. So right now we're just idling around, looking for a spot that we can get on these fish. Oh, there we go. That's on a gold tan tie. Oh, not my finger. Not my finger. The thing that is my glove instead. Settle it down, little buddy. Settle it down. I think we got one on this other rod. Nope, but I do need to bait it up. Alright. Let me get baited up and we'll get back with you. Alright. See if we can't get on some fish. I think they got one. Oh, missed him. Oh, there he is. As I was putting it back in the rod holder. Alright. It's the first one of the day. That wind just lay down. Sure does make things tough. But hey, that's an eater crappie. That is an eater crappie, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. Let's get baited back up. Oh, them suckers was alive. Ain't that nothing? Little jokers. So for this reservoir, I'd consider, yeah, this is deep. Fishing in 17 feet of water, and the deepest is probably about 25, 26, so I would consider this deep. But we're gonna try this deeper water just to see what's going on. I ain't gonna fight this wind. That's the way the wind is pushing me. So that's where's we going. See if we can't get another one. Let's scoot this minnow bucket. Alright, so we got a couple minnow rigs out. As you can see, right in front of the boat ramp. I'm fishing a lake that don't have much structure. So one thing I do know is that boat ramp is structured. See what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta simplify stuff. And not only is that boat ramp structure up ahead about 100 yards away, there's a nice point that sticks out in the water. Fishing in about 16 feet. We'll start off around that depth and see what happens. Is he dead? Alright. Come on, you little sucker. That's what happens when your hands are freezing. Can't hardly do nothing. Can't hardly do nothing. Throw some crappie niblets on here. So I'm varying my depth. This one's at about 14 feet, 12 feet. This one's at about 6 to 8. And this one I'm gonna put up about 5. Gotta get her baited up. Simple old minnow rig I tie up. I'll do a video on it one day. Show you how I tie them up. Drifting along. Got 3 in the box so far. Slow day on the lake beats your best day at work. But I'm pretty confident we'll get into these fish. It's not all about going out there, dropping a line down and boom, 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 boom. Think about it. If it was that way every time you went fishing, would you like it as much? You know, it's the challenge of hunting these fish, figuring them out, you know. And one thing I've learned with crappie fishing is it's not a lazy man's sport. You know, it ain't like catfishing where you can just pick 1 or 2 baits, you know. Like this rod right here, I'll be switching out jigs throughout the day. You know, and if you get complacent and say, well, I've caught 1 or 2 on the colors that's on there, I'm just gonna keep it on there. Well, that might cost you some fish throughout the course of the day. Even when fishing next to minnows, you know. It's been days I've been killing them on a certain jig next to minnows, and if I hadn't had that color on, it wouldn't have been as a productive day. So we're gonna try varying depths. Right now we're in 12 feet of water. Right out there is a point, and on the other side of that point, it's a flat, and it goes all the way out to about 5 feet, and it drops back down in, coming this way. And right now we're at the high end of the bowl. As we go further out this way into the reservoir, look at there, it drops, oh, missed him. It drops deeper. Too busy running my yapper and I missed that fish. It drops deeper. Yeah, he got away with one on that one. I bet you they won't catch me slipping next time. I bet you he will not catch me slipping next time, Jack. crazy. You can sit there and stare at them rods all day. Nothing happens. As soon as you decide to get up, do something, look around, the pole bend. Oh, that's a big old minnow there. Some days it don't matter. I like to hook them in the tail. Me personally, I think they stay alive longer. Even though the fish bites head first, like this one here, even though they bite head first, I like to go in the tail. Hey, can't get them all. We're getting in some fish, 12 feet of water. I'm gonna tip these jigs with some crappie niblets. Let me turn this chair, because they being a little sneaky. You hit that jig again, or these minnows again, I'll tell you what, you getting a free ride back to Denver, Jack. I guarantee you that. He understands me. You are going in the life well with your buddies, that's for sure. Yeah, buddy. My mama said I could go fishing. Starting to get in that deeper water, and the wind is pushing me further out. So what I keep doing is, when I get too deep, pull up the drift socks, go back shallow, and repeat the process. But eventually what I'm finna do is find a bank where this wind is blowing parallel with, and let the wind be a friend. But we'll see. I thought I saw you trying to bait slick. Oh yeah, I did. Oh yes, I did. I thought I saw you trying to be slick. That's a good one. That's a good one. If I give myself some slack, I think it'll be a lot easier. There we go. That's a good eating fish right there. Ain't nothing wrong with him. Ain't nothing wrong with him. Get off of there. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Out of all places, it goes into the quick connect. Boy, boy, boy. There we go. That's a decent fish right there, folks. He'll make a sandwich. Yes, him will. Alright, get back baited. I thought I saw something thump this rod. They hitting so light. Let me check the bait on her. I still got bait. Let's see if he comes back. And again, put my hand right here on this T-bar. There he is, see? Boy, they hitting so light. Hand on that T-bar.
Oh no. That was almost disastrous, folks. That was almost disastrous. That cell phone of mine almost went overboard. Let's move that. My goodness. Hooked him right in the roof of that mouth. Right in the roof of the mouth. Get out the way of all those other rods. There we go, there we go. Let's get baited back up. It's a bigger minnow right there. We gonna see. We gonna see. They hitting them bigger minnows using a smaller hook. Cause I mean, it ain't no big old gigantic ones in here. You might get a few at a pound, pound and a half, but ain't too many big ones. So a number 4 hook is good enough. But usually I'm running a number 2. I like that number 2 hook when it comes to minnows. Now I'm starting to establish a pattern here. So right now I'm in 17 feet of water. If I don't get no bites within the next couple minutes, I'm gonna pull up the drift sock and up. Oh, missed him. And that's high up in the water column. Well, there's that. Guess they are in this deeper water too. Again, keeping your hand on the T-bar. And that's why it's good to have minnows and jigs. You know, you never know what they're gonna hit. So let me explain what I mean about keeping your hand on the T-bar. When you get a bite, it'll transmit the vibration from the bite down to the T-bar itself because it's aluminum. So if you're not paying attention to your rods, it's good to keep your hand on that T-bar because when you get a hit, you'll feel that vibration and then you can look up and see which pole's bent over. And we're going parallel with this point. And I think that's what's getting us a few fish. Finding minute structure. It don't take a lot. You don't have to have big, gigantic brush piles to get on fish. You certainly don't. Hey. You trying to get back in that drink. But it ain't working out that way, buddy. You sure ain't. You going in this one right there. That's the drink you going in too, sir. But like I was saying, it don't take a whole bunch of structure. You know what I'm saying? It could be a rock. It could be a small brush pile. Man, I done caught dang near a whole limit of crappie on a twig, literally. Twig sticking out the water. So you just gotta stay persistent, keep at them. And that's another reason why, man, I don't really get too caught up in what everybody else say. You know, especially the folks on a reservoir. I pulled up to a lake and God said, man, I've been out here for 2 days fishing and I ain't even got my limit. These fish aren't doing anything. And then I get out there, not to say I'm any better, and figure these fish out. It's a challenge. You can't go at it doing the same thing you did week in and week out if it ain't working. Now, if it's working, Lord and behold, stick to what you're doing. But if it ain't working, man, you got to switch something up. And the best advice that I can give is learn the species of fish that you're targeting. Learn their habits. You know, I would learn their habits over what they prefer to eat first. Because if you can learn the habit of your prey, you're gonna be a better predator. And that's real talk. Man, hopefully y'all getting a good view, you know. Still figuring out these angles. If not, I sincerely apologize. And if you're still with me at this point in the video, I highly appreciate it. I really, really do. I'm not just saying that. So, to the 27 people that watch my videos, inbox me if y'all need something from Walmart. I got you. I'm gonna spread them out a little bit more. Why not? Why not? See what I'm saying? That's a nice one right there. Well, he bit it, and then somehow, some way, I hooked him on the top. I understand that. That's the first time I ever hooked a crappie like that. Explain that. Hey, down in the comment section, if this ever happened to you, tell me about it. This is a good way to get hurt. Hey, still got my minnow though. Look at that middle rod. Look at that middle rod. Oh, yeah. I seen you. I seen you. You ain't slick. That's a good eater. Let's put him down here with his buddies. Like I said, hopefully, man, y'all getting a good view. You can see these rod tips. Earlier in the video, I think it was just down here on the butt of the rods, and that ain't too interesting to look at. So, again, my fault, y'all. It will not happen again. I will make sure. Uh-oh. Do it again. Do it again. I told you do it again. Don't you try me. Swing your butt on in here. There you go. Swing your butt on in her. That's what, no bait on there. Just straight jigs. But guess what? It's about to be some crappie minnows on it now. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Look at that, look at that, look at that. You tried to catch me slipping, huh? Huh? You tried to catch me slipping. Get on in here. Get on in here. Your partners is down here waiting on you. You understand me? Leroy and them. They down off in there. They gonna be mad at you. You ain't bringing back nothing from the liquor store. In the drink he goes. 13 feet of water. Let's get baited back up. One thing about these crappie rigs, spider rigging, it get crazy. It'll get crazy in an instant. Sometimes when I'm baiting up, or if I got a fish in my rod in my hand, I won't even look at the rods. You know, that rod will just be doubled over, and I just continue doing what I'm doing, because you'll have a mess everywhere in a blink of an eye. Oh, where'd my scooper go? You will absolutely have a mess in a blink of an eye. There we go. Get that tangle out of that reel. I think I'm getting hit on this one. So another thing I like to do when spider rigging, some guys like to, the butt of this pole, they like it far out. Oh, missed him. But me, I like it barely in the tip, because the grip from these rod holders, they're not coming out. And the reason why I do that is having it all the way at the tip. When I go to set this hook, it'll easily come out. As for if it's all the way in here and I set the hook, then I gotta reach out to pull it out the rod holder. Just makes it a little bit easier. Just makes it a little bit easier. Again, holding my hand on this T-bar so you can feel that thump. Holding my hand on that T-bar